Wow! Giant 500 kilograms tuna worth $15,000. Ocean's ultimate prize.
Giant bluefin tuna are among the ocean's most prized treasures. These massive creatures can weigh hundreds of kilograms and stretch several meters in length, making them one of the most powerful fish in the sea. But beyond their sheer size, what makes bluefin tuna so extraordinary is their incredible economic and cultural value. The rich ruby red flesh of a bluefin is considered a delicacy in high-end cuisine, especially in sushi and sashimi. In famous fish markets, a single bluefin can be auctioned for hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more. To many, these fish are like living jewels of the ocean, rare, powerful, and unbelievably valuable. For fishermen, catching a giant bluefin tuna is not just about making money. It is a dream, a milestone, and often the difference between hardship and prosperity. A successful catch can transform the income of an entire family. But beyond financial reward, it also carries deep pride. Tuna fishing is more than a profession. It's a tradition passed down through generations, a symbol of resilience, and a way of life deeply tied to the sea. Yet the journey to catch one of these giants is anything but easy. Fishermen face grueling battles that can last hours, testing both their physical strength and mental determination. Out in the deep ocean, man confronts the raw power of nature in a struggle that's as much about courage as it is about survival. This is the story of a fight between the smallness of man and the vastness of the sea. A fight that reveals determination, bravery, and the eternal human desire to conquer the unknown. If you enjoyed this introduction, make sure to subscribe for more incredible stories from the ocean. And tell us in the comments, would you have the courage to face a battle with a fish this powerful? Bluefin tuna have long been described as the red gold of the sea. Their deep red flesh, rich in flavor and prized for its texture, is one of the most sought-after commodities in the global seafood industry, especially in Japan and across Europe. Bluefin is considered a luxury item featured in the world's finest sushi bars, sashimi plates, and high-end restaurants. The economic value tied to these fish is staggering. At auctions in Tokyo, single bluefin tuna have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in some record-breaking cases, even millions. For many, these fish are not just seafood. They are symbols of wealth, exclusivity, and prestige. For fishermen, the dream of catching a giant bluefin goes far beyond the numbers on a price tag. A single successful voyage can transform the life of an entire family. In communities where opportunities are scarce, one large tuna can mean new boats, better homes, or the ability to send children to school. This is why tuna fishing is often described not only as an occupation, but as a dream of the sea. It represents a chance to rise above hardship and to claim victory over the unpredictable ocean. But the meaning runs deeper. Among fishermen, success in catching tuna is tied to honor, skill, and reputation. To haul a giant bluefin onto the deck is to prove one's strength, patience, and mastery of the craft. It brings pride not just to the fisherman himself, but to his entire crew and village. It is a statement that despite the challenges of storms, currents, and competition, they have conquered the ocean's greatest prize. Every departure from shore carries more than the goal of survival. Each journey to the open sea carries a profound hope to discover the hidden treasure that lies beneath the waves. To many, the bluefin is more than just a fish. It is a test of courage, a measure of endurance, and a reflection of a life devoted to the sea. Fathers teach their sons not just how to set a line or hold a rod, but how to carry this dream forward, generation after generation. Ultimately, the bluefin tuna is both a tangible goal and a living symbol. It embodies the hopes, the risks, and the spirit of perseverance that drive fishermen into the vast and dangerous ocean. A journey that is as much about identity and tradition as it is about survival. Catching a giant bluefin tuna is never a simple task. These fish inhabit the deep ocean, where the waters are cold and unforgiving. They are built for power and speed, capable of reaching incredible velocities and resisting with a force that can challenge even the most seasoned fishermen. When a bluefin takes the bait, the real battle begins. The fish will dive, twist, and surge through the water, sometimes pulling the line dozens of meters in an instant. What follows is not just fishing, it is combat. To prepare for such encounters, fishermen rely on heavy-duty industrial rods, ultra-strong fishing lines, and massive hooks designed to withstand enormous pressure. Yet even with this equipment, victory is never guaranteed. A single mistake, a snapped line, a broken rod, or a moment's hesitation can mean losing the catch entirely. Each pull of the line is answered by violent resistance, and every movement of the fish feels like a test of endurance. Knowing when to let the line slack and when to reel with all one's strength requires skill, patience, and instinct honed over years at sea. This is not a fight waged by one person alone. Tuna fishing is a team effort where each crew member plays a crucial role. While one holds the rod steady against the fish's power, others adjust the boat's position, track the tuna's direction, or stand ready with gaffs and lines to secure the catch once it surfaces. The coordination among the crew is as important as the strength of any individual. Without unity, even the strongest fishermen cannot win this fight. The danger is always present. Battles with tuna can last for hours, leaving fishermen exhausted and exposed to the harshness of the sea. Waves crash against the boat, winds whip across the deck, and the sheer power of the fish threatens to capsize smaller vessels. Many times, after hours of struggle, the tuna escapes, leaving behind nothing but broken lines and weary men. But when the battle is won and the giant bluefin is finally hauled onto the deck, the victory is overwhelming. It is a moment that represents courage, endurance, and triumph over nature's raw strength. Each catch tells the story of a life-risking struggle, proof that humans, though small against the vastness of the sea, can rise to meet its greatest challenges with determination and heart. When it comes to giant bluefin tuna, the battle is not truly over once the fish is hauled onto the deck. In many ways, the most crucial stage begins the moment the fish leaves the water: preservation. A bluefin's value can drop dramatically if it is not handled with precision and care. Even the smallest mistake, a scratch on the skin, a loss of blood, or improper cooling can reduce the quality of the meat, and with it, the price the fish commands on the market. For fishermen, protecting freshness is directly tied to their reputation and livelihood. The process on board must be fast and meticulous. Once the tuna is landed, crews immediately begin bleeding the fish to maintain the bright, ruby-red color of the flesh. The internal organs are quickly removed to prevent bacteria from spreading and to eliminate any unpleasant odors. Every step is performed with urgency and discipline because minutes can make the difference between a world-class product and a rejected one. Afterward, the tuna is placed in deep cold storage or flash frozen to lock in freshness until it reaches port. Modern vessels have dramatically improved this process. Many large fishing boats are equipped with ultra-cold storage rooms or instant freezing systems capable of chilling the fish within minutes. Some fleets have even adopted advanced preservation methods, such as liquid nitrogen freezing or vacuum sealing, which allow the tuna to maintain its natural firmness, color, and taste for extended periods. These technologies ensure that by the time the fish arrives at market, it is nearly as fresh as when it was first caught. The rewards for such care are immense. Bluefin tuna are considered one of the most luxurious seafood products in the world and are often auctioned at iconic fish markets like Tsukiji in Japan. A perfectly preserved specimen can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, hundreds of thousands. Beyond individual fishermen, processing companies and exporters also benefit, linking local catches to a global supply chain that delivers bluefin to elite restaurants worldwide. The impact of this goes beyond economics. Every giant tuna successfully preserved and sold brings income not only to a single fisherman, but to entire communities that rely on the industry. Proper handling and preservation boost profits, enhance the reputation of national fisheries, and contribute to sustainable growth in the broader marine economy. In this sense, each fish represents both personal triumph and collective progress, proof that the ocean's gifts, when respected and protected, can sustain generations. Tuna fishing is far more than a way to make a living. In many coastal nations, it has become an essential part of cultural identity. In countries such as Japan, the Philippines, Spain, and Vietnam, the tradition of catching giant bluefin tuna is deeply woven into daily life. Fathers pass down their knowledge to sons, and entire generations are raised with the rhythms of the sea, shaping their worldview. It is not simply a profession, but a legacy, one that reflects the bond between humanity and the ocean. Before every voyage, rituals and ceremonies take place. Fishermen often hold prayers or offerings to the sea, asking for safety, good fortune, and a plentiful catch. These rituals embody both faith and respect, acknowledging the power of the ocean and expressing gratitude for its gifts. They also remind communities that every catch is a privilege, not a guarantee, and that survival depends on harmony with nature. Out on the open waters, teamwork becomes the heartbeat of survival. Each member of the crew has a role. One handles the rod, another steers the boat, others monitor the lines or prepare for hauling the catch on deck. Success depends on trust, discipline, and perfect coordination. This spirit of solidarity not only defines the profession, but also shapes the culture of entire fishing villages, where collective effort is valued over individual glory. Landing a giant tuna brings immense pride. It is not only the fisherman who celebrates, but also the whole community. These fish are symbols of courage, endurance, and human resilience against nature's immense power. Over the years, songs, folktales, and stories have been created around tuna fishing, enriching the cultural fabric of coastal societies and ensuring the spirit of the sea lives on through words and music. Perhaps the greatest legacy of tuna fishing lies in inheritance. Younger generations do not simply learn how to cast lines or manage boats. They absorb the respect for the sea, the patience needed for survival, and the pride of belonging to a tradition older than themselves. This intergenerational bond ensures that tuna fishing remains not only a source of livelihood, but also a living cultural heritage. Preserving this heritage means honoring both the tangible and intangible, the fish that sustain families and the values that sustain communities. Despite its prestige and value, the bluefin tuna faces mounting threats that could jeopardize its very existence. The most immediate danger is overfishing. Driven by high commercial demand, bluefin populations have already declined sharply in many regions of the world. In past decades, countries that pursued uncontrolled harvesting witnessed their tuna stocks collapse, leaving ecosystems disrupted and communities without their primary source of livelihood. Without strict management, the species could be pushed to the brink of extinction. Climate change adds another layer of complexity. Rising ocean temperatures are altering the natural migratory patterns of tuna, pushing them away from traditional routes and spawning grounds. Currents that once guided these giants reliably are shifting, creating uncertainty for fishermen who rely on generational knowledge of the sea. At the same time, extreme weather events, stronger storms, unpredictable winds, and rougher seas put fishing crews in greater danger each time they set out. What was once a calculated risk has now become increasingly unpredictable. Environmental degradation further compounds these challenges. Pollution from plastics, chemicals, and industrial waste is poisoning the marine ecosystem. The food chains that sustain tuna are being disrupted, leaving them with fewer resources to thrive. Unsustainable fishing practices, such as the use of massive purse seine nets or indiscriminate gear, kill not only tuna, but also countless other marine species, including endangered ones. These destructive methods upset the balance of entire ecosystems and threaten the long-term future of fisheries worldwide. The warning is clear. Bluefin tuna are precious, but not inexhaustible. They are living treasures of the ocean, but their survival is tied directly to human responsibility. If exploitation continues unchecked, future generations may know these magnificent creatures only from pictures or stories. Safeguarding bluefin tuna is not simply about preserving a single species. It is about protecting the balance of the seas, ensuring food security, and sustaining the cultural and economic lifelines of coastal communities. To fish responsibly is to acknowledge that the ocean is not an endless supplier, but a fragile system that demands care. The message is urgent. Without conservation and restraint, humanity risks losing not just the bluefin, but the very harmony between people and the sea. The future of bluefin tuna fishing depends on one thing above all: sustainability. Around the world, fishermen, governments, and organizations are embracing new strategies to ensure that this valuable species can continue to thrive without being depleted. Technology is playing a crucial role in this transformation. Modern vessels are now equipped with sonar systems, satellite navigation, and ocean current analysis software that allow crews to locate tuna schools with precision. This reduces wasted time and fuel while lowering the overall environmental footprint of fishing. Equally important is transparency. With blockchain and other traceability technologies, every step of the tuna's journey, from the moment it is caught to processing, shipping, and serving on a dinner plate, can be recorded and verified. This not only boosts consumer trust, but also protects the reputation of fishermen and exporters who comply with international standards. Onboard preservation methods have also improved with techniques like liquid nitrogen freezing, vacuum sealing, and immediate processing, ensuring that the quality of tuna remains at its peak while minimizing waste. Some nations are taking sustainability even further by experimenting with aquaculture. Tuna farming in sea cages, though still challenging due to the species' migratory nature and specialized diet, offers a promising alternative to reduce pressure on wild populations. If refined, this practice could revolutionize the industry, balancing human demand with ecological preservation. Beyond fishing and farming, diversification is key. Tuna tourism is emerging as a new source of income in regions such as central Vietnam and the Mediterranean. Visitors can join fishing expeditions, watch the process firsthand, or even try their hand at catching tuna themselves. These experiences not only generate revenue, but also raise awareness about marine conservation, passing on vital lessons to both locals and tourists about respecting the ocean. International cooperation remains at the heart of sustainability. Certification programs like the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, set global benchmarks, while quotas, seasonal restrictions, and size limits ensure that fishing remains within safe ecological boundaries. Protected spawning areas and marine reserves further secure the future of tuna populations. Ultimately, sustainability is about balance. The giant bluefin is more than a commercial product. It is a cultural emblem and a shared responsibility. A sustainable path means protecting livelihoods today while preserving the ocean's resources for tomorrow. By finding harmony between economic gain and environmental stewardship, humanity can ensure that the story of the bluefin tuna continues for generations to come. The journey of catching a giant bluefin tuna is far more than a struggle for survival. It is a testament to human resilience, ambition, and the deep love for the sea. Every fish brought back to port represents more than just profit. It is the result of sweat, sacrifice, courage, and the unwavering cooperation of those who dare to face the vast ocean. These catches are not trophies, but living proof of humanity's bond with nature and the enduring strength of coastal communities. At its heart, the giant bluefin tuna stands as a powerful symbol of balance between mankind and the natural world. If humanity views this treasure solely as a source of profit, the species could vanish, taking with it the equilibrium of marine ecosystems. To preserve the tuna is to preserve the ocean itself, a responsibility that ensures food security, cultural heritage, and ecological stability for generations yet to come. Sustainability is not just the duty of fishermen, it is the responsibility of every individual, every nation, and every global organization that shares this planet. True strength lies not in conquering nature, but in learning to live in harmony with it. The image of fishermen standing firm against storms and waves is a reminder to us all. Their determination is an inspiration, showing that patience, endurance, and sacrifice are not just values of the sea, but lessons for life. From each voyage emerges a story that teaches us about perseverance, and the power of human spirit when faced with overwhelming odds. And now we turn to you, our viewers and community. If this story has inspired you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and continue this journey with us as we explore more tales of the ocean, fishing traditions, and the lives of those who depend on the sea. We also encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What does this story mean to you? How do you believe we can protect the ocean for future generations? Your voice matters. Every suggestion, every reflection, and every word of support helps us grow and improve. As we move forward, know that we are listening, and together, we can keep these stories alive, because every contribution you make is the wind that keeps this journey sailing forward.